Hey, what's going on, fight fans? This is Sean with Boxing Socialist and Other Sports. Woo, how y'all doing today? Man, I really got to get my hair cut this weekend, this Saturday or Sunday. I'm woofing, man. Y'all ever heard that old term, woofing? That's exactly what I'm doing is I'm woofing right now. I got to get a haircut. So, what I'm here to talk to y'all about is the rematch. Andy Ruiz Jr., the first Mexican-born heavyweight champion of the world when he defeated Anthony Joshua just a few months ago. Now, that rematch is coming up. From what I understand, it should still be in Saudi Arabia. At least that's what they're talking about. Um, but I was reading some stuff today that just kind of caught my attention. I said, you know what? I'm going to talk to the people about this and I want to see, what they think. And what we're going to talk to you about is quality sparring partners. Now, before we get into that, if you like to donate and all that, just down below, hit your Cash App or the PayPal and all that. Check out the merchandise we have. I got some more merchandise coming. I think y'all gonna like. Just waiting for my graphic artist to get done with it, but that's coming soon. Um, but yeah. So sparring partners. How important is the sparring partners that you have in your camp to help you get prepared and ready for a championship fight? Well, apparently, according to Anthony Joshua, they didn't have good sparring partners at all. Even though one of the sparring partners, which his name would be anonymous, said that he dropped Anthony Joshua in sparring. Anthony Joshua denied those claims, saying ain't nobody dropped me no sparring getting ready for the Andy Ruiz fight. That's just all lies. Lies, lies, I tell you. That's what he's claiming. But he went on to say, it's hard to find good quality sparring partners, and it seems like everybody just wants to get 5 minutes of fame. You're trying different things, and I want to work on an uppercut from a different angle, and I want to try a hook from this angle, and me just trying different things, you get caught with the shot because you're trying something new, and oh God, they just gonna run to the media. I buckled him. I hurt him. He couldn't take my punch. And he's like, oh God, dude, it's because I'm trying different things. And, things like that, now you get people that's afraid to try different things with sparring partners because that's when you want to try them. You don't want to try them during the fight. And, you're trying these things with your sparring partners. And he's like, you got to worry about your sparring partners going back and getting their 5 minutes of fame, running to the different media outlets, talking about how much you beat me up in sparring and all that. So, I guess I can understand what Anthony Joshua's saying, but he also said that they didn't have good quality sparring partners when he was getting ready for Andy Ruiz Jr. And he said he made it sound like they train on 5 weeks' notice, which doesn't make sense to me. You're getting ready for Jared Miller. Jared Miller failed the drug test, but you have 5 weeks to get ready, or was it 5 weeks? 4 weeks, and then you said you only had 3 weeks of sparring, and we couldn't switch out. They're like, well, we had a guy about the size and the strength of Jared Miller, and when we found out we're getting a little 6'1", 6'1" heavyweight that throws punches like a middleweight, and where do you find somebody like that? And I was like, wow. He's really complimenting Andy Ruiz, saying that Andy's a 6'1" heavyweight that punches like a middleweight, or should I say he's active like a middleweight, or throws punches like a middleweight, which is pretty true, man. Andy Ruiz can throw down, man. But what y'all got to remember, Anthony Joshua did put Andy Ruiz on his butt in that first round. He just couldn't finish him. So let's not act like that Anthony Joshua doesn't have any pop or any punch or any power. He got some punch to him. Anyway, he's claiming this time, oh, we have plenty of time now. We got some good old quality sparring partners. But it's still hard to find somebody that's 6'1", that's a heavyweight that can throw like a middleweight. But we do got good quality though. So my thing is, maybe you don't have to heavyweight sparring partners. Find some, light heavies, some cruiserweights that can throw like a middleweight. Might not have the same, but my thing is, you want to replicate. Power is power. You've been in there with other heavyweights. You know what it's like to get hit with a heavyweight punch. But what you don't know is what is it like to be in there with a heavyweight that can throw with speed. So if anything, you need to work on finding somebody that can throw with speed and pairing your shots and moving in the angles. And you can't really work on throwing your power, because if you're going to spar against a light heavyweight or cruiserweight, you don't really want to hurt them because you're that much, So the bottom line, man, is Anthony Joshua, man. He's in a no-win situation, man. He's in a no-win situation. You can't really find anybody that can really mimic Andy Ruiz Jr. Either you're going to get somebody around his size with power without the speed, or you're going to get somebody a little bit less weight with the speed but don't have the power to replicate. So, he's just in a no-win situation. But, I understand what you're saying about finding good quality sparring partners, but come on, man. We just got to stop making excuses, man. Listen, Andy Ruiz just beat you fair and square. You still have 5 weeks. So, yeah, it wasn't Jared Miller and you got Andy Ruiz. You still have 5 weeks to prepare. Come on, man. So, I think a lot of times, man, we got excuses for everything. But in the rematch, I can't wait to see how this is going to play out. Now I'm a little concerned, as I really hope that Andy Ruiz isn't getting comfortable. As soon as he got them paychecks, man, he's buying mansions, he's buying cars. I don't know. Did Andy Ruiz get the rapper starter kit? Where the boxers, they buy all this bling and jewelry and watches, and you go out, you can't look them in the face because so much bling is blinding you, around their neck. You know who originally had the bling? Mr. T. Wasn't nobody blinging like Mr. T. That man had more gold than Fort Knox around his neck. And I know it was heavy. Well, you got to have a strong neck. I'm surprised he didn't have neck problems after wearing all that jewelry. But yeah, man. So, this rematch is coming up. And I'm still debating. I don't know if Andy Ruiz, how serious he's taking this. Because when you beat a man like that and you stop him, it kind of makes you wonder, do you train as hard as you did the first time getting ready for the fight? Or subconsciously, you're like, I'm going to train, but if I beat him once, I can beat him again. That's not always the case. And I'm not saying that Andy Ruiz got lucky, because Andy Ruiz has skill. But I really believe he needs to train just as hard he did the first fight as he did this fight. Because Andy has something to prove. He might want to knock you out, but he might not pull the trigger too early. But we'll see what happens with that. You got the heavyweight, so you got that. You got Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. Tyson Fury came over a hard-fought fight against the undefeated Wallen. So Tyson's just sitting back, seeing what's happening with these two guys. Either he's going to get the winner of Deontay versus Ortiz, or he's going to get the winner of Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua. Needless to say, we know the big money that he would make would be, of course, overseas. They're going to pack out stadiums, to see Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. So we'll wait and see what happens and keep you posted. Right now, I don't know. I'm going to put it at 50-50 till it draws closer to see how they're looking, what their mentality is, how the presser is. Y'all leave your thoughts, comments down below. And let me know who you think is going to win in the rematch. And can Andy Ruiz pull it off again? And if so, who should he fight next? Till next time, this is Sean with Boxing Social and Other Sports, and we signing out.